Alright, here we are. The last game of the season, and once again the Seahawks are playing, this time to defend their championship, and successfully do it, I might add. So you all know the Seahawks season stats, so I'm just going to read off the Patriots stats this week. Save a little bit of time. Now, total offense per game, New England, only 365.5 yards per game. That's about 10 yards less than the Seahawks offense. So for the people that say the Patriots offense is better than the Seahawks, scoring and points, yeah, we got the edge there. But the amount of yards per game, we got the edge there. And either way you look at it, you know, argue both ways, one's better or the other. Passing yards, Patriots obviously have that. They're 257.6. They were ninth. Rushing yards per game, only 107.9. That was 18th. Points per game, like I said, Patriots, they're at the edge. They got 29.3 per game. That was good for fourth. Giveaways, Patriots only gave it away 13 times, tied for first. Longest field goal, Patriots had one for 53 yards. That was tied for 15th. Their field goal percentage was 94.6%. They were 35 to 37 on their field goals. For the PATs, Patriots were 51 to 51. That was fifth in the league. Punting wise, Patriots punted 5 more times, 66 times on the season. That was 8th. The longest punt was 67 yards, barely longer than ours. That was tied for 16th. Punting average, they had 46.4 yards per average, and their net average was 41.7. That was 10th and 11th, respectively. Inside the 20, Patriots only did 25 times compared to our 28, but we punted less, got more. They punted more, got less. They were tied for 17th in percentage, while we were tied for 9th. Returning yards that they gave up, Patriots gave up 431 return yards on punts, about 10.5 yards per punt that the opposing team returned on them. There's 28th and 23rd. So right there, that's probably going to be one of the things to look out for, is a big punt return to set up our offense, seeing how their punt coverage team is not that good. Patriots, they only got one block punt on the year, tied for sixth, along with like 15 other teams or so. Defensively, Patriots worse than us, obviously. You know, they gave up 344.1 total yards, that was 13th. Passing yards, they gave up 239.8, that was 17th. Rushing yards was 104.3, that was 9th. Points per game, they gave up 19.6, that was 8th in the league. Interceptions, they got 3 more than us with 16 on the year, tied for 12th. Fumbles forced and fumbles recovered, Patriots were 16 and then 9. That was 15th and tied for 15th and tied for 18th, respectively. Turnover differential, Patriots had a better ratio. They are positive 12, better on positive 9. They were tied for second in the league in that. Amount of sacks, Patriots got 40, just a little bit more than us. They were tied for 13th. Defensive touchdowns, they had the same as us, 2 on the year. Both of them were pick sixes like ours. Similar opponents, New England's record against similar opponents, 3-2, while we were 4-2. Right there, because we got more wins than them, gave us the edge right there. Opponents that were above 500, Patriots were 9-4, while we were 8-3. Top 10 defense record against the top 10 defense, Patriots went 7-2, while we were 5-2. Record against the below top 20 defense, so 20th to 32nd ranked defense, Patriots were 3-0, while we were 6-0. Rushing yards, opponents above 100, record-wise, Patriots were 9-3, while we were 11-3 against teams that rushed for over 100 yards average-wise. Now this one I will like to add at least one more each time, a little different one each time. Records against the defenses that were ranked 11th through 19th on the year. Patriots were 4-2 against them, while we were 3-2. Primetime games since 2012. Brady is 12-5, while Wilson is 14-1. 12-5. Didn't really do the math on that to get a percentage. Guessing it's probably in the 70s range. Because if it was 12-6, that would be 67%. So probably low 70s, low to mid 70s percentage wise. Meanwhile, 14-1, that's a 93% winning ratio in primetime games. And anybody who yeah, anybody who argues that Brady's better than Wilson, right there, bigger stage, Wilson tends to shine more. I know he's got a defense and everything, but hey, come on, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. Thought he's supposed to always win. That's what all you New Englanders like to gloat about. But overall in Brady's career, he's 52-20 in primetime games. That's 72%. So record against the Hawks, Brady's only got a 1-1 record. Yeah. Because we beat Green Bay, albeit a very stressful, nerve-wracking, and tense game all the way to the end. Wilson is now 10-0 versus QBs that have won a Super Bowl. The last meeting, which was back in 2012, between the Patriots and the Seahawks, Wilson threw for 293 yards passing, 310 total yards, and 3 TDs. The head-to-head record between overall through our franchise existence is tied at 8-8. So this is a pretty big tiebreaker right here for the Super Bowl. Whoever wins this is obviously going to be ahead in the head-to-head battle. Yeah. They say experience is the most important statistic when you're playing a football game. Well, in that case, we got the edge by a whole hell of a lot. Because the amount of players that have won a Super Bowl on our team, we have 34. Patriots, only 2. And if you want to include the coaching staff and the coaches, well, that's, or like the head coach, just include the head coach, then it's 35-3. Now, the number 1 seeds facing off, NFC teams have won 8 out of the 11 times that this has happened. Each of the last 4 times, the NFC has won over the AFC. Here's a little deep statistic for you guys. The records for Wilson and Brady when the opposing team's QB has a higher QBR score. Wilson's 12-7. That's 63% win percentage right there. Brady, 11-20, and this is since 2010. So right there, even if the Seahawks are behind, or even if Brady does better in the game, there's still a damn good chance that we will win. But that can be a compensation for you Patriot fans, knowing that Brady was the better QB in the game. Now, Wilson has the second best completion percentage on passes of 20+ yards this year. Brady, he's about 15, middle of the pack. Versus tight ends, our defense, the first 10 games, we were horrific. But that's because we still had a few injuries to our key defensive players like Cam Chancellor and Bobby Wagner. First 10 games, the QBR of the opposing QB was 94.8. That was 20. Well, our defense rank was 28, and they got 10 touchdowns against us. Since then, when Wagner came back and just excelled our defense into another level, opposing quarterbacks have 27.0 QBR, third best rank, with only one touchdown. Since 2012, Wilson has been pressured on 137 more dropbacks than Brady. Wilson's QBR is 56. That's fourth best. Brady's QBR, 28, 15th best. So just like Manning last year, we get pressure on Brady. Oh, there's going to be some interceptions. Guarantee it. Anyways, I know I skipped on my predictions for players the last 2 weeks because I mostly forgot it and then re-forgot it when I made the video the next time, but I remember this time. Wilson, he's going to throw for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. No, 2 touchdowns. He'll probably run for another one, get about 63 yards rushing, we'll say. Marshawn Lynch, he's going to have the Packers deep run defense better than the Patriots run defense. I'd say Marshawn Lynch will get 170 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns with a beast mode run and a crotch grab to get all you Patriot fans riled up. But it'll be too late because we'll be way ahead. Our defense, it's the last time Brady threw for 395 yards, but he also threw it 58 times. You throw it 58 times, you're going to have a pretty good high amount of passing yards. But I don't think he'll throw it 58 times. He'll probably throw it more like low 40s, high 30s, because they're probably going to want to run the rock against us. So Brady will probably get 245 yards and maybe 1 touchdown. Blunt, he'll rush for about, I'll say he'll get 54 yards rushing and maybe a score. Gronkowski, he'll probably be the highest targeted and have more receptions than anybody else because Brady's got that man crush on him. Got that man boy crush on Gronk. I'll say Gronk gets about probably 10 plus catches for 80 yards. And he'll probably have the 1 score for the Patriots that Brady passes. So, all in all, our defense will get at least 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble and a recovered fumble. And I know this year we don't have Percy Harvin, so I don't even think we'll get a kickoff return for a touchdown. So final score: Seahawks 31, Patriots 20. I'll give them 20 points. I can see the Patriots probably getting 20 points. Anyways, been another great season bringing you my videos. Next year, obviously I'm going to be doing it again because after tomorrow, there'll be 2 straight years for my videos and 2 straight Super Bowl wins for the Seahawks. So obviously, going to have to do it again. But until then, leave comments, whatever, I'll respond. And until next year, see you guys later.